Last night, about 7 o'clock, our program was dealt a severe blow when we heard the passing of one of our incoming freshmen, Herman Williams, who had died, suddenly collapsed and died while playing basketball yesterday afternoon in his hometown of Marianna, Florida. A very bright young man with a very bright future. And he had a bounce in his step. He had a smile that was contagious. And he loved the Ragin Cajuns and was going to be a perfect complement to our team as a person as well as a basketball player. We are very saddened by this loss, unexpected. And it's hit our program hard. And Herman celebrated a 19th birthday on Sunday. Was scheduled to be here on July 5th for his second summer session. I talked with him yesterday afternoon, Coach Hauser and I did. And then we got this awful news last night. So a very difficult time for our program. And I would appreciate all of our fans keeping Herman, his family, and us in your prayers in the coming weeks.
We'll open up the floor for questions from fans.
Coach, have you ever dealt with this as a
No.
incoming player or player?
No, I've been very fortunate, Kevin. And I thought about it last night and this morning, and actually made a phone call today to a good friend of mine who's experienced this, and waiting on a call back because it's going to be a long week.
You've been coaching for how many years?
34 years Division I, or college basketball.
Wow. Has anybody given you any indication about what might have happened?
Not at this time, not last night. I haven't spoken but only to a couple of people this morning. But late last night, two men that were very close to him, certainly thinking about cardiac arrest and also possibly heat stroke. I'm not really sure. Yesterday afternoon at 12:45, and then text with him at 1:25 and told him to stay positive and call me in a couple of days.
As a coach, as a father, what worries you even
Well, it's very devastating, and you're at a loss for words. You don't know really what to say. And I reached out to Matt Anderson, the high school coach at Marianna, and he was at Panama City playing with the high school team in the summer league. And he said he pulled them outside when he got the news and told the team because he wanted them to hear it first from him. And I immediately thought of my team, and then I knew it would hit Twitter very quick. And I was actually at a high school summer league game with my daughter, and I got a call from Bryce as I was pulling into the house, and he just asked, "Coach, is it true?" And I said, "Yes, unfortunately it is." So I haven't had a chance to talk to the team together. We've talked individually some this morning, and I'm going to speak to them when this press conference is over.
Coach, what were the things about him as a person and a player that y'all liked that attracted you to him?
Well, he's a very good athlete. He's a three-star recruit that, as I said, had a bounce in his step. He could really get up and down the court. He was fast. He was strong. Wasn't a great shooter, but good enough to keep you honest. He likened his game to Russell Westbrook, and there's a little bit of similarity there. And he was going to wear number 0 for us.
Any position stuff in the air or pretty clear?
He's a combination guard. We were going to see how much point he could play, but we knew he was a good athlete, could defend, and score the ball. Just that we're a family and that we have to stick together, and these guys know this, and they've already responded, and some of those guys tweeted their thoughts about his family last night, which you probably read, and I certainly echo those sentiments. But we're a family. We're going to stay together. We're going to play for him. we're going to honor him as we begin the season this coming year.
How much contact has the current class from last year's team had with him?
He was on an official visit, and back in the fall, I think early November maybe, and with Roy Dale, they were here at the same time and had played against each other a little bit, known each other from AAU basketball, and wound up meeting and becoming fairly close throughout the year and stayed in touch a little bit from what I understand. I had a good visit, and actually his flight got canceled on his Sunday flight out, and he came back over to my house for a couple of hours, and we sat and visited. And then he came back during the school year. Might have been the Troy game. I don't remember exactly which game, but he came in on a Saturday, drove over here for a Saturday game, spent the night, and was in the locker room with us after the game.
Anything else?
Also last year, Kevin, we went to, Coach Hauser and I flew over and met with him at the high school, and the principal, the guidance counselor, the teachers, the cafeteria workers, the students, the coaches, everyone at the school rallied behind this young man. He was very popular, and he had it. He had the it factor as a person, and would have brought tremendous energy and positive play to our program for sure. And Coach Hauser mentioned that he'd been doing this a long time like I have, and he had never seen a school commit to someone as much as Mariana High School committed to Herman. And I can honestly say from all of my recruiting experiences outside of that day, one of the best days I had was at Bryce's school, and we had a good 2 or 3 hours together there at the school, and Bryce walked me around, and similar effect, just that you can tell when these young men have it, and people are going to follow.